Have you recently begun setting up a new Minecraft server and want to set the player's default spawn point but aren't sure how? I'm Tom from Shockbyte, and in this video I'll be guiding you through a few methods on how to do this, both in purely vanilla Minecraft and using plugins. Firstly, I'll be showing you the vanilla method. Before getting started with this method, it's important to note that setting this up without plugins or mods removes the ability for players to do /spawn. On top of that, they will always spawn facing south. If these two problems would be an issue for you, skip to the timestamp on screen now to find out how to do this using plugins. To begin, you'll first need to locate where you'd like your spawn location to be. When you've done that, stand on the block you'd like players to spawn. Now, simply type the following two commands. Firstly, /setWorldSpawn. This is the command that sets the center of the spawn radius to your current location. However, players will still end up spawning elsewhere, as a default spawn radius is 21 by 21 blocks. To change the spawn radius, making players only spawn on the block you've decided, you now need to type /GameRule spawn radius 0. It's important to capitalise this command correctly, otherwise it won't work. After doing these two commands, your server's default spawn will now be on the block you've selected. If you'd like to set the spawn point of a singular player, instead stand at the location you'd like their spawn to be and type /spawnpoint and then their username. Although doing this without plugins will work, we highly recommend you do it with them, mainly due to the extended customization and freedom you get by doing it with plugins. Firstly, you'll need to download a spawn plugin. In this tutorial, I'll be using Essentials X Spawn. If you'd also like to use this plugin, I recommend also installing Essentials X, Essentials X Chat, Vault and Lookperms. Although the only one of these additional plugins is required is Essentials X, each of these serve a different purpose and will be useful for setting up things like permissions. If you'd like to know how to set up Lookperms on your server, click the top right corner of your screen now. This plugin will allow you to set up ranks and permissions, which may be useful if you'd only like certain players to be able to teleport to spawn. To begin installing these plugins, first, download them from the links in the video description. It doesn't matter where the files are saved, as they can easily be moved later on. Now, open an FTP client such as FileZilla and log in with the information displayed on the FTP file access section of your Multicraft control panel. Your password is the same as your control panel password. When you've successfully established a connection to your server, locate the folder titled Plugins on the right hand section of the client. Now, drag the jar files you downloaded earlier into this folder. When they've finished uploading, head back to your server's control panel and restart the server. Your plugins will now successfully be added. Now that you've added the plugins to your Minecraft server, it's time to begin setting them up. Firstly, you need to make sure you either opt or have the correct permissions to do so. For a quick tutorial on how to set up operate permissions on your server, click the top right of your screen now. Now, like before, stand in the specific spot you'd like players to spawn in. The direction you're facing will also be saved, so if you'd like players to spawn facing something in particular, you need to face that way now. When you're stood in the correct location, type /setSpawn. This will set the default spawn point for your server. A benefit of using these plugins to set your server spawn is the ability to have multiple different spawn points for different ranks if you've set up ranks on your server. If you'd like to set the spawn point for say admin rank, you type /setSpawnAdmin. This will work for all other ranks too. Simply replace admin with the group name. You should now know how to successfully set your server's spawn, both on a vanilla server and with the use of plugins. If you found this tutorial helpful, don't forget to like the video and leave a comment down below. And remember to subscribe to Shockbyte for more game and game server tutorials like this.